Hello everyone, welcome to NintenDormant, the podcast where we discuss Nintendo games that have been left on the shelf. I'm the host, George Banks, and I'm joined as ever by my resident guests, John Cartwright and Josh Goldie. John, Josh, hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you both, alright?
Yeah, we're dang good. I'm pleased that the Virtual Boy is back with you. I've had it for almost the entire year, and now you can be a virtual man again.
I can't see anything. Yes,
Just the way you like it.
Spoiler alert, we're going to be discussing this a little bit in the episode. But yes, very pleased. I'm actually going to... Did you leave the batteries in it, or did you take them away? I haven't
the
checked.
batteries are still there. They're still there.
You gent, John. Thank you so much. We're going to fire it up
Unless
tonight.
they've eroded, in
free
which case I am
batteries.
not a gent.
Who did? I don't know if we said this. I don't know if we told you this, Josh. But when I dropped off to John, popped open the battery case and just went no, because like a little bit of like leaking. So sort of we don't call them Q-tips. What do we call them? Cotton swab, bit of lemon juice.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
It was as if the
just
Virtual
working.
Boy had been at the beach. There was like lots of sand, substances in there.
Oh no!
I need to treat you better, my little love.
Yeah, I had that fear when I was grabbing old Game Boys and stuff when I was at home once, and I was like, I suddenly had the thought, wait a minute, should I be like checking these? I'm really terrified of powering on my PSP because I don't think it's been turned on in like 15 years.
I genuinely have a charging schedule at my house where I charge things once a month, and then I deplete them, and then I charge them up again just to keep them going. My Wii U is fine. Apparently, lots of Wii U's died, but mine's fine. My
Wii U's fine. Something I do really need to do is take time to go through all of my cartridge games and ensure they work. Because like if you don't use like some DS games, if you don't even just plug them in and turn it on for a couple seconds, they can die really easily.
I've got this
But
lovely...
I definitely have like 100 DS games, so it's like a horrible Goliath task.
Yeah.
I've got the epilogue, the little epilogue thing for Game Boy games.
Yeah.
Which is great. So like rips your cartridges and your save data. So also like so my Pokemon Red is on here. So if my cartridge dies and I get a new battery put in, I can then like put my save data back on that cartridge. Yeah. It's great.
At least you can do that with. At least you can do that with Game Boy games. That's really nice. You can take there's something I need to do with my copy of Pokemon Green, which is
you got a Pokemon Green
right there.
Look at that.
There. So my copy of Pokemon Green, the battery's dead on this. I tried playing it like a year or so ago, and I was like, oh, this is dead now.
Yeah.
So I replayed Pokemon Blue instead because I had it on 3DS, but never actually touched it.
I think I could play that game forever.
Yeah.
I love it so much. John and I were having some fun with some other quirky Nintendo tech this weekend. My legs. So if you haven't read the article, I'll link to it in the description. I wrote an article for Nintendo Life where we rode these Mario Kart Live, these little babies. We did a 4-player event. We tried to do all tracks. It was an unmitigated disaster. But the gameplay was actually quite fun. My thighs were hurting for about 4 days, stretching down to a range bog roll. If none of this makes any sense to you, read the article. But John, what did you think of the experience?
It was fantastic. I don't think anyone's really done this other than maybe like pre-launch events for the game. Mm-hmm. It was just super cool to get a bunch of people together, play proper 4-player Mario Kart Live, which I've never done before. And usually, I think when you play Mario Kart Live, you tend to just put those little brackets everywhere and draw a little line. You're physically making these tracks. You're making the barriers. George was sweating like no man I've seen before. He was more sweat than man with all the...
It's like I'd had a shower after the second Grand Prix. It was hideous.
It's a shame I missed it.
Oh, I know. I wish you could have been there. We made the tight tracks. Like we were translating the SNES tracks into real life.
Too tight.
Did not work. It was absolutely awful. But we made huge a pixel flower that John could lie down inside, and a huge pixel star, a huge pixel mushroom, Mario's face, which was my favourite. And actually, they were really good because you had the space to kind of move around and create what you wanted without the kind of confines. But yeah, it was mad. Very, very fun. And they're so cheap now, these things. They're like 40 quid on eBay.
That's not bad at all.
It's not bad, actually.
It was fun to improvise with these tracks too, because we would make the pixel layout of Mario's face. And we discovered it didn't really work as a racetrack at that scale. And so we decided to break the confines of the track. So you'd drive outside of Mario's ear and come back through his neck or something.
Yeah,
very fun. And it worked really well, because on the controller you see the track as you draw it. So it just felt like a natural track. Yeah, and then you go back and watch the footage of the cars racing around it. It's so
slow.
anticlimactic how it feels in the moment.
I can't tell you. It's so weird because because you've got the physical barriers. So when you're playing it on the screen, it looks so tight and quick, right? Because you're zooming past stuff and dodging people and obviously the items which you can't see in real life. And then just on the floor, they're just going. so slow. We'll try and do it again one time with you, Josh. When you move down, we'll try and get sorted. Yes, that was a game that was a lot of fun to play, but we're going to play another little game right now. Yes, it's time for the NintenDormant Quickfire quiz. 2 rounds, fastest finger first, followed by player pass for double points. And as always, Jon and Josh will pick their buzzers. And I'm betting this week that Josh is going to stay on theme. Josh, are you going to do it, or are you going to do something else?
I am going to stay on theme, but I am trying to think what I've not done.
Yes, you go to the Wario well for your buzzer quite a lot. So is there anything you can think of? You've got to try not to give away any quiz answers as well with your pick. So maybe don't go too broad. Maybe something within the... Jon, are you going to stay on theme? While Josh turns it over in his head, are you going to stay on theme?
Can I get... when you play Mario Strikers...
Yes.
At the beginning, every character has like a little intro line. I remember Daisy's is like, next level games! What do Wario say? Does he go like, Wah-ha-ha!
Is it Strikers Charged or Strikers?
I think they're in both of them.
Oh.
I want whatever Wario says.
I'm gonna win or something, presumably, right? Yeah,
it might be like a big sentence, maybe break it down a little bit, but...
No. If it's a big sentence, it's all there.
Just the entire time.
We can pause for 2 minutes. Yes, I will look for Wario's opening sentence from... I was about to say Wario Strikers Charge. That's a game I'd play. I will look for that. We will find that out. Josh, have you decided what you're going to have yet?
Yes, I'm going to match Jon. Mario Power Tennis at the start... When it opens, the Nintendo logo appears, and Wario is the one holding the sign, and he goes, Nintendo!
Excellent.
I want that.
Game-a-lot!
Yeah, that's Waluigi's.
Excellent. Both fantastic. Both completely unrelated sports titles, but Wario themed. So we're happy with that. I like it. Question 1 then, guys. Fingers and buzzers. Here we go. Oh, yes, and I should... the quiz names this week, we've got COVID JG. So that's... Josh is recovering from COVID, and Jon Station 3, and so I hope Jon gets nil points for even daring to mention the PlayStation on this podcast. Question 1, I don't really hope that, Jon. Question 1, here we go. The first Wario Land game sees our titular anti-hero setting off to retrieve what priceless item to fund his dream castle?
He's a quick man. He's a quick little guy.
Is he already buzzed? Oh my god. All right, go on then, Josh.
It's a statue of Princess Peach.
It is an enormous Princess Peach statue. And can you tell me what happens after he finds it?
Mario comes along and takes it instead.
Just comes and nicks it with a little helicopter. It's like, oh, cheers, mate. And then just goes off. Can you imagine? Yeah. Just cementing Mario's status as the true villain of the Nintendo universe. True.
He's very selfish.
I love that Wario is also unwittingly a hero in that respect, but excellent. Very good. Yes, giant Peach statue, setting the tone for the series. Question 2, here we go. Wario Land 2 sometimes requires the player to find alternate routes through the game, but what is the first one you can find when waking up in his castle?
Oh.
There's something you do when you wake up and you can find an alternate route.
Yeah.
It's been a little while.
It's been a little while. I played Wario Land 3 not that long ago.
It's because it's not an NSO, so it's harder to play, right?
That's true. That's true. 3 and 4 I played recently, and I knew there were alternate. I don't know if I've ever done the alternate route. Okay. I know how the first stage in Wario Land 2 ends.
Okay.
It's pretty memorable.
Okay, hang on. Let me give you multiple choice, and then you can tell us about the end of it. Right? You ready? Mm-hmm. So does he A, turn off the big tap? Does he B, sleep through his alarm? Or does he C, punch a hole through a wall?
Next level game!
Oh, it's Jon Station. Boo!
Does he turn off the big tap?
He does not turn off the big tap.
Doesn't turn off the big tap.
Do you know?
These are really tough. Turn off the big tap is the main way you finish that level. Mm-hmm. That's the default exits.
Yeah. I knew that.
I'm trying to think if you can stay in bed and just not press any button and Wario stays in bed, or
Is that your choice?
I'll.
It's the agony.
It's really hard.
Over.
Yeah, it's really hard. I'm gonna say yeah, sure. He stays in bed.
Yep.
And
that's it.
Yeah.
He sleeps through his alarm. He does.
So, do you just not press any button? Is that what triggers that?
Yeah, you just don't press anything, and he sleeps through his alarm. And then I can't remember then, but I think it's like basically almost a sort of quick route through the game as well. It's like it's a ridiculous shortcut. Yeah, it's
yeah.
I'd have to look it up to be specifically sure. We'll look it up in the break and we'll chat about it when we get to the other side of the quiz. But yes, sleep through your alarm, find a little secret alternative route. Classic, very much in keeping with Wario as well. I feel.
Whenever it comes to NSO, I'm definitely trying that as the first time through.
I don't know why it's not there. Why isn't... We'll get into this, but why isn't the series there? It's baffling.
It's a lack of respect. That's what it is.
A damn lack of respect.
Wario made the Game Boy. What are they doing?
Look at him. Although I don't have his actual Wario Land togs, which makes me quite sad.
It's fine. I don't have that one either.
Yeah,
I've only got that one.
It's fine. He looks better in this. Question 3. Here we go. In Wario Land 3, Wario is sucked into a portal to another world, but what does he discover that transports him there?
Nintendo!
Oh, it's COVID, JG.
It's a music box.
It is. It's a little music box.
Mm-hmm.
Gives a little rub, gets pulled into the world. And I think it's been a long time since I played it. I picked it up recently before doing this episode. I feel like you recover other music boxes throughout, or am I wrong in thinking that?
I think you recover something music related. I don't remember if it's music
There's
sheets
coins
or
with a music
or
note
something.
on,
Yeah.
Something like that. But yes, it sucks you into the world. There's a tiny little scary face thing. Quite a gorgeous looking game for a Game Boy game, by the way, I might add. It's
totally.
It's really good.
Yeah, the visuals. I was sort of quite struck by the visuals. My favourite being his juicy doubles as he climbs up a ladder. They've really got some nice jiggle and heft. And
they know what people want from Wario.
They know what people have come for.
Yeah.
He gives it. John, can you give us your bassiest "oh yeah" please for that?
Oh yeah.
Good. That's just going to be all I do. I might make that your buzzer actually. And he gives his bum a little scratch as well if you stay on a ladder too long. Just nice little touches in that game. Question 4. It's 3 points to nothing, John. We've got to get some points on the board. Come on. Come on. I mean, I always thought Josh was going to pick this one, but come on, let's get some points on the board.
Let's
Question 4.
Let's do it.
In Wario Land 4, you rescue Princess Shakora, whose form changes depending on the amount of treasure you collect. But who does she resemble in her hideous form?
Nintendo!
It's Josh. Quick on the draw.
Resembles Wario.
Yeah, she does. It's excellent. Just there in a lovely pink dress with his big honking nose. Giving him a little kiss. It's very lovely. Do you remember the other forms that she can take?
Yes. She can baby, Wario, her default princess look, and then her older, handsome princess look. Beautiful. I don't know what they call it. That's the 100% ending.
I think it's just true form or adult form or something. Yeah, something like that.
They call it that, but then the one that's used in all the artwork, her default
is the default one.
Is the third one.
Yeah, where she looks quite a lot like Princess Peach. I think it's better that she doesn't look like Princess Peach, to be fair. But yes, she looks like Wario in her hideous form. It's excellent. Yeah. There's such weird games. Right. Question 5. Here we go. In Wario Land, the Shake Dimension, or Shake It, as it's known in the States, the Shake King has imprisoned the native species of the Shake Dimension. But what are these species known as?
Nintendo!
Of course he knows.
Of course he knows.
They're called the Merfolk.
Yeah. How do you remember that?
He's an endless well of Wario knowledge.
This is a 17-year-old game, and he's just Merfolks, easy.
Yeah, Merfolks.
There's no way I would have remembered Merfolk. That's just absolutely not.
I think that the princess or their queen or whatever is called Merelda. Something like that.
I don't know.
Esmeralda, Merelda, or something. It's it's a play on their name. So I think her name is a play on sounds like Emerald, but I think it's actually just a play on the name of the species that have toads, her equivalent of toads, the Merfolks. I'm not 100% sure. Because I don't think the emerald thing is there in Japanese.
Right. The amount is genuinely ridiculous. Okay, all right. So that is 5 points to nothing for Josh.
I'm not happy.
You shouldn't be. You can. I mean, there's barely any chance you can win now.
It's impossible.
Josh goes first for play or pass. If he gets this, you're done. So, Josh, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
Okay. I might as well just give you the points. As mentioned, different endings are typical within the Wario series, dating back to the first game, where your castle changes depending on how much money you've collected. But what is the best thing you can get in the game? Is it A, an airship castle, B, a mountain with Wario's face on the side, or C, his own planet?
Ooh.
Ooh, you can pass it.
Yeah, it's true.
I might have stumped Josh,
but he's not going to.
I'll take the gamble. Is it a planet?
Yeah, it's a planet.
All right.
Well done on winning the
was
quiz.
a guess, but I figured Wario would get the biggest thing.
Yeah,
that's the prize.
I thought like a Mount Rushmore one might be enough to convince you, but
yeah, they did that in Pilot Wings, didn't they?
Pilot Wings, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Pilot Wings is Mount Rushmore. Yeah, Mount Rushmore.
I thought that was what the
Mario's
fake out
face on
was.
it. Yeah, that's what I thought the fake out was.
Nuts.
But
nuts.
when you shoot Mario's face, it turns into Wario's face.
Of course. Yes. So he gets his own planet. I think there's a cheat where you can, if you press select or something, a certain amount of time, you can adjust the amount of coins you have, so you can just fully cheat the game and just get the ending, which is again quintessential Wario, which is pretty good.
Nice.
Okay, John. Let's try and get a point on the board, John. Now, this is a Virtual Boy question, so you've just played it. Should be fresh in the memory. Are you ready?
You would hope so, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's the Virtual Boy is just leaked out of your brain while you were playing it. Okay. In Virtual Boy Wario Land, who accompanies Wario upon his flying carpet on a normal ending of the game under 2 hours? Is he accompanied by a bunny girl? Is he accompanied by a genie? Or is he accompanied by Captain Syrup?
So, I think there's a magic carpet, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah,
and that's established. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I think it's a bunny girl, right?
I don't know. Is that what you're picking?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's a bunny girl. Well done. 2 points.
Yeah.
Yes, a few different endings. I can't remember any of them, to be honest. It's been so long since I played it. But
there's a bunch of them. Yeah.
Yeah. But little bunny girl for a quick normal playthrough, which I think I managed to achieve once, but it took a lot of like writing everything down and just caning it through the game. Basically,
I was trying to go through the back catalogue, and all I was picturing was just a void of red.
Yeah. I know that they're red. Yes. They're nothing but that. But yes. All right. 2 points to you, Josh. Can you extend your lead? Here we go. Next question. This is now. Josh hasn't played the Virtual Boy one, so
I haven't played the Virtual Boy. Yeah.
Oh.
So throughout the Wario series, he sometimes has access to helmets, which he can equip to augment his powers. There are 3 in the Virtual Boy iteration, and you can combine 2 to create a new powered-up one. But which 2 do you combine? So, do you combine the bull helmet and the eagle, the bull and the dragon, or the dragon and the eagle?
I'm gonna guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the bull and the dragon?
It's not. John, do you know?
Dragon.
Did you ever figure it out? It is dragon and eagle. Yeah.
Okay.
That's 1 point to John. Very nice. Yes, and it's called the Sea Dragon hat. So basically, the bull you can like charge things. The eagle you can hover, right? You sort of like hover.
It's the carrot. It's the bunny ear power up from 2.
Basically. Yeah. And then the dragon lets you breathe fire. So this just lets you fly and breathe fire at the same time. Which is pretty
that
cool.
makes sense. That's what I was thinking. And then I started wondering. I wonder if you can like charge and be on fire at the same time.
I mean, that sounds really
turn
good.
into like a fireball.
I quite like that. That's the
charging and being on fire.
Get Nintendo on the phone. Damn it, get them on the phone.
Nothing will stop me.
We've got our pitch. John, okay, it is 7 points to 3, so we could pull this back to a respectable 7-5. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Wario Land 2 has an unlockable version of a Game & Watch title. What is that title? Is it Manhole, Flagman, or Parachute? He doesn't know it.
I don't know.
He doesn't know. You got a 33% chance. Do you want to take it or do you want to pass it?
Not passing it. No way.
Yeah, I mean, there's very little stakes here.
I'm going to say Manhole.
You're wrong, I'm afraid. Josh, did you know?
I don't, but I'm going to say Flagman.
It's Flagman.
Of
yeah.
course. Is it WarioWare-fied, or is it just the Game & Watch game?
I don't think it's Wario-fied. It's called Flagman DD, but I don't really know.
I'm Googling this.
What's the double D stand for?
The bunny girl. I'm not sure why it's DD. I think it's Flagman DD, but just
It's got a duck! It's got a duck!
It's got a duck?
Oh, it's the duck enemy. The duck enemy.
So it's Flagman Duck Dive.
Yeah, no, DD is the name of the duck enemy in Wario Land.
See, if I'd asked you that question, you would have nailed it.
Yeah. It's short for Dangerous Duck. That's it.
Excellent. So it's Flagman Dangerous Duck.
Yes.
Classic Wario Land.
I didn't know. I guess my knowledge of Wario Land 2 is like very limited because
You need to fire it up, Josh.
I had to get. I didn't know like both of these.
It's the only one that was slightly tripping up. I mean, I say slightly tripping up. It is 8 points to 3. You've absolutely decimated, John. So well done. You take the quiz this week. I think we're all expecting it. But nevertheless, that means you will be going first as we move into the main event. So yes, the series we are talking about this week is the Wario Land series. A quick history lesson for those who don't know. Wario Land is a spin-off of the Mario Land series, itself a spin-off of the core 2D Mario games. Following his debut in Mario Land 2, Wario takes to life as a treasure hunter across 6 Wario Land titles. Eschewing many of the norms of the platforming genre, such as encouraging damage, Metroidvania-style exploration, and multiple endings, the series is a firm favourite among many Nintendo fans, starting on the Game Boy in '92 up until the Shake Dimension on Wii in 2008. Fans have been clamouring for a return for more than a decade, and although 3 and 4 are currently available on NSO, and the Virtual Boy will be reaching the masses next year, courtesy of NSO, the Shake Dimension 1 and 2 are still out of reach for many. So yes, the Wario Land series, quite a big series actually, 6 games. It's been a while since we've had a series on here with a sort of quite a breadth of titles. Now normally I jump in and I say, what's your experience? But I know that you're a big Wario Land fan, so I'm going to start this week and just say, wasn't a title that I played a lot of. Like it's come about and I've tried it. I picked it up a few times, 3 and 4. I didn't quite get along with it, and I never properly played through them. Love the Virtual Boy one because there's very few things you can play on a Virtual Boy, and I had it for the Virtual Boy. So really, I'm going to kind of hand the floor over to the two of you because you have a lot more experience. John, you've played the Virtual Boy one recently. But Josh, I have to let you go. As the big Wario fan, what was your kind of history with the series of games?
So apparently I had the first one as a kid because I have the manual for it.
Oh, okay.
Do not have the cartridge for it. I think I do. I might have a cartridge of it now.
Right. Yeah.
But like back in the day, I don't know what happened. I had Super Mario Land.
You were a kid.
I lost. Yeah, I know. Like, I lost Super Mario Land. I don't think I ever got 2 until a friend gave it to me, which I still have the cartridge of that. And then I must have had Wario Land at some point because I have the manual, but
yeah,
I've lost that as well. But I haven't lost Wario Land 2, so that one I guess could count as the first one.
Yeah.
So I had Wario Land 2, and then I got Wario Land 3, and then I got Wario Land 4. I just got them as they came out, really. And enjoyed every single one of them. And then obviously got into WarioWare when that first came out, and then followed on from that because it just took over the series. Wario World is something I rented from Blockbuster.
Yeah, no, I haven't included it in this because it feels separate from the Wario Land titles, right?
Yeah, it and Master of Disguise are like both not really Wario Land games.
Yeah,
like they're closer to Wario Land games than they are WarioWare games, but I think they're both so like when I did the Mario poll for Source Gaming, I counted them both as separate from Wario Land.
Yeah,
I was asking people questions.
I think so. You sort of think when you think of Mario titles, there's the 2D series and there's the 3D series. So Wario World for me is a 3D series. There's only one title, but it's a 3D Wario game. And then Shake Dimension, it is a 2D game, but it's completely different, right? It's not. The gameplay's not really linked to Wario Land in the same way that the other games sort of share core ideas and themes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, because that's this thing. You can almost make an argument for them because every Wario Land game is like quite different from each other, except for Shake It. Shake It is very much another Wario Land 4. because Wario Land 4 is the best one of the Wario Land games, in my opinion. But like, if you actually look at like how they develop, I've not played the Virtual Boy one, so I actually can't comment on that one. But Wario Land 1 is like a very standard platformer. You get power-ups and stuff like that. And then Wario Land 2 is kind of like that, but you have all these alternative routes that you need to go through to get through to the actual ending of the game. And there's more collectibles in Wario Land 2. And then Wario Land 3 is like a Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Like this really bizarre Metroidvania where the world map but requires you to go back and forth to different stages and day and night cycle. Yeah. Very bizarre game.
That's why I think I sort of tripped up, right? Because when I played it, the first time I played it, I approached it like a platformer, and I could see coins off in the distance on the corner of the rooms and things like that. And obviously playing Mario had trained me to go, well, there's a way to get that coin. I just need to figure it out. There isn't. Like, you have to get through the level and then come back to the level. So I just found myself getting really, I knew quite a lot younger. I got really frustrated with it because I couldn't figure out what I was meant to do. Could have just read the manual. Doesn't matter. But it is a completely different vibe. And, you know, I suppose some Mario games had done alternate exits and things like that, you know, before Wario Land 2. But it really does feel like it's a sort of shift away from... It wants to be its own thing, right? It wants to not be another Mario title.
Like, I'd say Wario Land 1 feels like a sort of follow-on from Mario Land 2 in the way it's designed and laid out and
it's
stuff.
It's
very similar. And then Wario Land 2 tries to do something similar but also different at the same time. And then they just completely chucked it out of Wario Land 3. They were like, we're just going to do something very different. And then Wario Land 4, they were like, we're also going to do something very different.
Yeah. It's so weird. And particularly, the big thing for me is taking damage, right? Like, purposely getting hit. So, you know, if you've never played it, some examples will be there's an enemy with a hammer that squashes you. So you can, you know, squeeze through tiny little... Or not a hammer, it's the big round ball thing. Squashes you so you can sort of waddle through tiny gaps. Or... I don't think it has any applications, but there's an enemy who literally slices Wario in half. He unfolds in half into two puddles and then reforms Terminator 2 style. It's harrowing. But it's packed full of these things where you just think... And you have to sort of rewire your brain to go, okay, I can't find a way through here. Maybe I want something to hurt me so that I can progress somewhere else.
Yeah. Set Wario on fire so that he sets other things on fire.
So good. It's so good.
I love the canon explanation for that. From Wario himself is that he can't be bothered to die, so he won't.
Absolutely superb. And then Wario Land 4, and so Wario Land 4 is your favourite. And then Shake Dimension, you picked up Shake Dimension, presumably?
Yeah, I was super excited about Shake Dimension. Like, Captain Syrup and Shokoro, who's not in Shake Dimension, unfortunately, are like the two of the characters I really want Nintendo to return to.
Yes.
And bring back.
Yeah.
And obviously Captain Syrup was in the first two games, and then she vanishes. And then doesn't come back until Shake Dimension. So having her come back in a modern game, I remember, even back then... For me, it was like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And Shake Dimension is just really cool game with how it's animated, and you know, all the cutscenes, like everything is
beautiful,
hand drawn. It's all done like by a proper anime studio. I think it's JC Staff.
Yes,
who did the animation for it. The only problem with Shake Dimension is that it's not very long. Yeah. And like Wario Land 4's not very long, but you sort of accept that on the game. Yeah, you sort of accept that on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
But like on the Wii, much longer on it. It's about as long as Wario Land 4 is.
yeah. It's difficult though, because like even you look at something modern like Wonder, and you think, well, that's not particularly long because it's, I think 2D platform. I don't know. I don't think they have to be that long. But then it's more of a Metroidvania.
I haven't played Shake Dimension since it came out, but I feel like Wonder is like a 9 to 10 hour game, whereas Shake Dimension I think is like a 4-hour game.
Yeah, that's not.
And it's a game that's really hard to re-release because everything is animated, so it was all made for a 4x8.
It was a 4x3, yeah.
And everything also is just doing this all the time as well. Yeah. Tilt and shake.
I find that short games, legacy short games, are quite nice to return to. Like in their era, you review them and you're like, oh, it's a bit on the short side. You're spending all your money on this. But when it's just something that you're coming back to in retrospect, it's like I don't really take length into account with those games that much.
Yeah, I think nowadays I'd be perfectly fine with it. I don't have as much time to play anymore. If I want to go and experience all of Shape Dimension in like a weekend, I can do it really easily.
I mean, a good example, I had never played Sin and Punishment before we did this podcast, and like, so going back and playing, it was like, okay, this is awesome. I can complete the whole game in an afternoon. It was fantastic. John, how about you then? What was your experience with the series?
I ignored it until 4, because I grew up with Mario Land 1 and 2, and of course, in 2, Wario is the bad guy. I don't want to play as the bad guy. He's
little good boy, John. Like, I don't want to be bad.
No. Wario is scary.
What? How did this sweet young boy become the angry president we all know and love? What happened?
There was a dark
He met Wario.
Well, yeah,
then I was in a game store, and I saw Wario Land 4 on the shelf, and he's in the jungle. He's got the little white guy next to him.
The key bird
and I'm like,
thing.
This I've got to play.
fully corrupted by this point. Excellent, yeah. Very good.
And yeah, I loved 4. Like that was the GBA didn't really have a Mario game of its own. This was kind of filled a void in that regard.
Yeah.
4 was excellent. I went back and played all the others. Didn't play Virtual Boy Wario Land until this year, maybe last year.
You're welcome.
I played it on 3DS originally, but I played it on Virtual Boy, which is that's another experience.
Yeah.
And likewise, I like the Shake Dimension. I think it's a neat game. It definitely copies 4 with like the escape sequences and all that, but it's beautiful though, and it's like good feels Nintendo debut as well. It's one of their better ones.
Yeah, it's very good. Tell us about your experience with Wario Land on the Virtual Boy is quite fresh. A lot of people are going to be able to have that experience next year. So tell us, and we've chatted a little bit about it, but as we're talking about the series, tell us what your kind of thoughts were on the game and your sort of experience with it. Does it match up with something like 4, or does it sort of fall short? Is it its own thing? What was your impression in terms of its place within the series?
Well, it's excellent for one. I think it chronologically, I think it released before 2. Is that right?
Yes, I think it did. I think it released 1995, whereas 2 released closer to the Game Boy Colors.
I think that's right.
Interesting.
Because 2 has Game Boy Color things in it. So
for me, I thought it was 1, 2, Virtual Boy 3.
We're consulting Wikipedia.
Check Wikipedia.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 1 Virtual Boy, 2, 3, 4. Because 3 is a Game Boy Color game, 4 is a Game Boy Advance game, 2 is half and half.
So I've got the results.
Okay. Tell me.
So in 1994, we had the original Wario Land. 95, Virtual Boy Wario Land. And then there's a 3-year gap until we get to Wario Land 2 in 1998.
Wow, I totally got that wrong. Okay,
but
fair.
To answer your question about Virtual Boy Wario Land, though, I feel like it's very much a sequel to the first Wario Land, mechanic-wise. It's more just a traditional platformer. You find a key to get to the goal. The key's usually on the critical path anyway. It's not really hidden that much. There's a few levels that kind of make you go back and forth, but not very much. But what's quite influential about this one is the plane mechanic, going back and forth between the foreground and the background, which is really common in platformers today.
Yeah, and it's great on Virtual Boy. It looks really good. Yeah,
I don't think this really came back. A few games might have done it, but in terms of popularity, it didn't really come back until DKC Returns.
Yeah.
And then everyone was doing it after that. But it originated in Virtual Boy Wario Land. And as you're saying, with the stereoscopic 3D, it works really well.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's those rooms with like treasure in them. And the sense of depth in those rooms is crazy. Like those sprites feel 3D the way that they're kind of layered in that red void. It's really impressive.
I love it. There's like, the ball and chain that swings towards you.
Back and forth.
Amazing. Yeah. And like even the first boss the first boss is great. The one that skips across the water.
Through.
So
the final boss, it's a Nintendo floating hand boss, as they tend to do.
Classic.
Yeah, but it's coming back and forth. It's a really great showcase.
Yeah. No, I'm really glad that more people are going to experience this little look at this little boy busting
always in his hand.
Look at that expensive little boy.
Yeah. How are you feeling about finally getting a chance to play it, Josh? As a big fan of the series.
I mean, I'm happy to. Like, I played it very briefly on a Virtual Boy in like a Super Potato in Japan because they
Oh,
had
nice.
one just up there to like try out,
Awesome.
and I played it for about 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
that's just pretty much all I've played. But yeah, it's the only Wario Land game I've not played, and I've heard it's like the best Virtual Boy game, or at least in the top 3.
Jack Bros is great. That's great.
Jack Bros is great.
Like Mario Clash and Mario Tennis are very good experiences, but they're not necessarily the best games.
Yeah.
But yes, no, it's very, very good. So I obviously had a great time with that. Dabbled in the Game Boy ones. I am currently playing 3 through again now. Really enjoying it more than I did. And I suppose I want to touch on a couple of the points then. We've mentioned a few of them, but like the things that I really do think it makes it unique. I can't think of many other platformers that go, take damage. Like just take damage and get battered and don't lose health and use that to discover paths. And it's kind of the Metroidvania thing we've touched on, that you can, to an extent, right? It's not like fully Metroidvania or fully open world in that respect, but you can make choices about where you want to go and how you unlock things. Multiple endings, is a sort of not a staple of many platform games. So these are all things that I think are sort of quintessential with the Wario Land series, but also just how weird they are. They are weird games. Like the bosses are, some of them are just haunting. Just sort of huge, like grotesque pussballs and weird enemies, and they're weird, right? It feels like it's the kind of core team at Nintendo. It's their chance to get a bit freaky when they're making a game. I don't know if you guys agree.
Yeah.
So I think it's the kind of the opposite way. I think it's because Wario Land was not made by the core team at Nintendo that they were allowed to get freaky.
Yeah.
Because it was Gunpei Yokoi's team, who from the Game Boy, who did Mario Land,
known
and
super freak Gunpei Yokoi.
Mario Land, because it was a separate team doing Mario Land, and they were like the first internal team at Nintendo to do a Mario game that wasn't the Mario team.
Yeah,
they were allowed to just do whatever they wanted.
And Mario Land's weird. They're weird games. The
Mario
games,
Land 1 and 2 are weird, and they made Wario specifically to be like an anti-Mario. And I think it's just continuing on that trajectory is like, all right, if Wario is the anti-Mario, then his games are just going to be really weird.
They're just weird
compared to Mario's games.
All about greed, not noble, like completely just in it for himself. I also, just a quick side note onto Mario Land 2, I love boss fights. Kind of like Metroid Dread, actually, where the boss has access to the same powers and stuff you do.
Yeah.
So good. I love it when games do that. So I love that Wario has that at the end of Mario Land 2. Weird as well. I always find it funny that the original Wario Land game has Super Mario Land 3 as a subtitle. It's a very
it's like what
weird
Mario World did.
It's like Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, exactly. Like just the sort of stabilizers of like, don't worry, it's still Mario. He's still here. He's not. He's in one cutscene at the end of the game.
He appears at the end. Yeah. Although I'm starting to realize, just very minor side tangent here. Yoshi's Island. They did a lot of stuff that was in Yoshi's Island, then went on to become like a mainstay of the Mario series. I've been playing Galaxy recently in those remasters.
Oh sure, the spherical.
But like the music you get for the Superstar and all some of the power-ups in that game originates in Yoshi's Island.
Yeah,
it's cool. The Superstar music from Yoshi, because it's also in Mario 64. So the Metal Cap and stuff music, or the Wing Cap music, it might be, isn't from Mario 64. It's from Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, but
there's also quite a lot of Yoshi's Island stuff that just then shows up and is reused in Mario 64.
And there's that one boss fight which is on a planetoid, isn't there? Where you go round and round.
Yeah, the Rafa the Raven boss fight.
That's so good.
It's weird.
Yoshi's Island underrated. People don't really.
I love that game.
I love it. It's a great game. So yes, I think these things are sort of firm parts of the Wario Land series, and I love that he is different and the games have their own identity. We've talked as well about Captain Syrup. I mean, so is it the Brown Sugar Gang? Is that her gang, the pirates?
I think so.
Yeah,
it's definitely like the Sugar Gang.
Yes.
I think it's Black Sugar Gang.
Yes, actually, Black Sugar Gang. Yeah, so. maybe that's best. But I also love that he has his own. Really, she is his Bowser, I guess. Or King K. Rool. I'd put her on that same level in terms of like appeared in a handful of titles, is the established villain of this series. What do you make of that character?
Very cool.
I really like her. I think she's really
great
cool.
design.
Yeah. Yep.
Like as far as like Mario characters go, there isn't. I can't think of another female antagonist in the Mario series. Like Paper Mario, I think has two. No, Paper Mario has one who only shows up right at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Like before that, it's the X-Nauts, and then Mario and Luigi has one. Mario and Luigi has Cackletta in the first game, and that's it. Like I can't think of another female antagonist across even Donkey Kong, even Yoshi.
Yeah.
Didn't you fight Lady Bowser in Mario Galaxy? Do you not unlock that?
Do you not see the scene with Bowser when Bowser gets the Peach Crown? Did he not?
Did they add that in the remaster?
Yeah.
It's part of the storybook. Yeah.
Don't Google it. Whatever you do. Can you imagine if it's in the storybook?
That's the new storybook they added. Okay.
No. Oh, now it's time for Daddy's bedtime. No, we're not doing this. Yes, she's a great character. Very, very, very cool. It's always like genies and Captain Syrup and these recurring characters.
Don't forget Rudy the Clown.
Of course,
everyone's
Rudy the
favorite.
Clown. You can play as in Dr. Mario 64, which is a Wario Land 3 spin-off.
Yeah,
exactly.
I have done my best
to
forget Rudy the Clown since you brought him up on this show. But I did, while watching a bit of footage to prepare for this, I was reminded of Rudy. Absolutely horrendous.
Rudy.
No. So yeah, it's a series. There's sort of so much to say about it, but also I think you just have to experience. They're games you have to experience, right? They're short experiences. They're very well crafted, as you'd expect from Nintendo. I mean, we haven't said much about 4. Does anybody want to chuck in anything about 4 before we get to our pitches?
Fantasio, yay.
Yeah, 4's the best one.
Fantasio. What else is that?
Was that your Wario voice?
I don't know what that was.
That was he likes Wario Land 4 voice. Comes out when
Fantasia. I don't know. I can't even remember what you said anymore. It's your favourite, Josh. So yeah, just give us a little tidbit about Wario Land 4.
Yes, so Wario Land 4 is obviously really cool. It's inspired, I think it's come back into the public conscious because it's inspired a lot of modern indie games.
Yes.
Like Pizza Tower and Anton Blast, which are both very Wario Land, and there's more Wario Land likes coming on the way. So that's really cool. But also, like, something I think gets under talked about in Wario Land 4 specifically is just how bad the music in that game is. Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
And it went on to inspire the music in WarioWare. The first WarioWare uses a lot of sound bites, a lot of music that originates in Wario Land 4. But like there's stuff like Wario talks a lot in Wario Land 4, doesn't he? He laughs and all this like that. And every laugh is like a different audio file.
Yeah.
That depending on the context,
that's mad.
The game picks and chooses which one to do. So the pitch of Wario's laugh will change like every single time, or depending on very specific factors that happen in the game. And you get the sound test in that game, which you unlock by finding CDs in the game. And every single song in the sound test is not a song that plays anywhere else in the game. It's just the musicians just doing whatever they wanted. Whatever they felt like doing.
Good. It's weird. I love them. Quick side note as well. I feel like the Wario Land games kind of are kind of the launching point for WarioWare, right? Because they are packed full of weird mini games. I think they kind of sprung up in. I think actually, isn't there one in Virtual Boy Wario Land, John? There's like a. Is there a mini game in that? I can't remember.
Which one
No, I'm thinking of Mario Clash with the coins that come towards you.
Yeah.
But there's certainly something. The 3's got the golf mini game, which let's not talk about that because it's Kirby's Dream Course, but 2D flat and bad. But Wario Land 4 has got great, weird little mini games in it. It's just. Do you have a favourite one that you guys can recall?
I can't really recall. I tend to skip them now whenever I go through the game because I don't really need to play them because you do it for like life, don't you? And I don't really need that.
Fair.
While playing through the game,
but you
or
can
coins
see,
or whatever.
You can see the origin of WarioWare from those games, right?
Yeah, it's like a fusion of Wario Land 4 and then Mario Paint.
Yeah,
because the Mario Artist games has actual WarioWare mini games that would show up in the first WarioWare game originally appear in Mario Artist.
Yeah.
Just they're not Wario themed in that.
Also,
and they kind of took the idea of both and went...
The scientist from the Frog for Whom the Bell Tolls just shows up at one point.
Yes. Yeah,
Dr.
he's in Wario
Dr.
Land
Ninten.
3.
Dr. Ninten?
But he's just lurking around, though. He's just in this little Wario Land.
In Wario Land, he's called Mad Science-Stein when he's a villain in the third game.
Excellent.
Arao Shitain Hakase.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's,
classic.
yeah. How could I forget? What's his English name?
That is his English name.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
It's never been localized, has it? I guess he doesn't.
No,
really
they
have
just
it
kept
for
it
us.
like that. It's a play. It's a play on the Arao Shite, which is just I want to do that in Japanese. So that's Arao Shitain Hakase. So he's just saying like, I want to do that.
Yeah, in the fan
Stein.
translation, it's like a Doctor I wanna or something, isn't it? Or,
Yeah.
yeah. That's coming back to me. Right. Okay. So yes, lots of influence on many other games. Sort of spawned a whole other series which you associate the character with. But it has been 17 years since there has been a new Wario Land game, which is mad. But we're going to remedy that. We're going to bring back right now because Josh, you won the quiz, which means you are now the president of Nintendo. But we are the board, and we demand that you bring back the Wario Land series and you make it a success. So please tell us, how do you plan to do it?
Right, I walk up to the mic. Mm-hmm. I've got a stack of papers. Mm-hmm. Put them on the pedestal. I go, lean in. I go, Wario Land 5.
Oh.
And then I leave.
And thanks very much for listening to this week. That's it. We're done. We're
I get yanked back in.
Okay.
All right, Wario Land 5. That's what we want. That's what the kids yearn for. After a successful redoing of Donkey Kong, in the Donkey Kong series, we need to do that again. We're going to do it with Wario this time.
All right.
We're gonna focus on Wario Land. WarioWare is its own standalone thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe we'll throw a reference in here, like the city that was in Wario Land 4. We'll just canonize it as Diamond City from WarioWare. Make sure the canon is there. Maybe we'll have Wario's biker outfit in the background.
Yeah.
Of like the starting screen, something like that. But otherwise, it's a Wario Land themed game. We're gonna get Captain Syrup back as a sort of rival. I don't know if she'll be the main antagonist. Like maybe she'll be like she'll be a rival because Wario's all about treasure hunting, right? Mm-hmm. So it's got to be about treasure hunting. So we're gonna have him and Captain Syrup are both going after the treasure. So she'll be on the enemy side, but she won't be the final boss because it'll be some sort of cursed giant Rudy the Clown-esque
it had to be him.
It doesn't have to be him, but it will be probably a big guy with arms. Floating arm boss.
Excellent.
In
yep.
context.
Classic. Yes.
Classic floating arm boss. What we're going to do though this time is like Wario Land Shake It, which was, great drawn anime style, wonderful. But we think Wario needs to be a bit more looser, a bit grosser, a bit more over the top. So we're going to go real rubber hose on this guy.
Smooth
Wario's going to be
pixel art.
Bouncy. He's going to be all over the place. We're going to stretch and squash on all of Wario's animations.
Lovely.
When he crashes into a wall, he's going to go flat and then bounce back immediately. We're going to be really playing into the fact that Wario chooses not to die.
Excellent.
Whenever he gets damaged by things. And we're going to really emphasize the speed factor of it. It will be more of an iteration on Wario Land 4 because that's the one that people clearly like the most out of all of this. But we're going to Wario Land 4. I think a lot of people remember it being a very fast game, but it's actually not that fast. It's a lot more stop and focus on the puzzles to solve the way through, especially the further into the game you get. We want to have a bit of that. There's still going to be times you're going to have to stop and grab something and throw it.
Yeah.
Because that's what just makes Wario distinct from the Mario series.
Yes. Apart from Mario 2, but yes.
Apart from Mario 2, yes. So we're still going to have that there, but we're going to really ramp up the speed of things.
Okay.
To encourage people to replay it and try and beat the game under a certain amount of time, like they did with Virtual Boy Wario Land.
Mm-hmm.
Like we want to really make this a very speedrunner friendly game. And then just make a bunch of really gosh darn good levels.
Yep.
Gosh darn good platforming levels. Everyone will have a unique gimmick of some kind that the players will have to learn and understand. And there will be the run back to the start of the stage.
Yeah. We didn't really mention that with
again.
4. So like there's this great, if you've not played 4, there's this great mechanic where, not all the levels, right, but a lot of the levels...
No, every level.
Is it? Is it
in every level? Every single level.
I couldn't remember. Okay, so every level, flipping out. Every level, you basically get to the kind of end, right? And then you know what? I haven't played it for ages. Why am I trying to do this? Josh, what happens at the end of each level on Wario Land 4?
You hit a frog thing, like a frog
yes.
button, and it goes down, it activates a timer, and then you have to make it back to the start of the level to escape. But the frog switch has caused a bunch of different blocks to appear now, so you can't necessarily go back the same way you came, so you have to go through a different route back. But everything's collapsing around you as you do it. Different
environmental things as well, right? There's like a volcano which then freezes and all this kind of stuff. Yeah,
things can completely change on the way back, and we're going to sort of play into that and emphasize that and make that a bit more like we're gonna really push that to its limit because we've got the technology now. We have more power. We can do that.
Okay.
Our teams have learned from that point on. There's more games under their belt. We can be more creative on that front.
Nice. All right. Solid. A Wario Land 5.
Yeah.
Are we? So he's immortal.
Yes.
Are we seeing any power-ups, or is it again still about sort of like enemies kind of impacting Wario?
Yeah, enemies impacting Wario. He'll still be able to get like frozen, and then like is it when he gets frozen, or he can turn into a snowball and he can roll down a hill? But I can't remember if that's the same thing as being frozen. Those might be different effects on him.
There's too many things. There's too many things.
He can be set on fire. He
can
become fat. Yeah. We can do all that. We'll bring back the vampire Wario.
Oh, that's a great one.
Where he can turn into there, and the zombie Wario, where he might fall down. Or maybe we won't bring back zombie Wario just because he's a little slow. Now because zombie Wario is cool.
Yeah, but you have those breaks. You're saying you have the occasional like stop in the speed.
I suppose so. But we want to keep things at a relatively fast pace.
Okay. We're emphasizing speed.
Yeah, but we do want Wario to be getting very damaged. I think we bring back the flattening one, where he gets flattened and falls down. We'll have one where he gets like a rocket tied to his back and launches him upward, and he's like panicking trying to get the rocket off as it's like flying him away.
Looney Tunes style. Excellent.
It blows up. Yeah, like Looney Tunes. Like we should really lean into this very cartoony, over the top nature in a way that we don't get to do with Mario.
Nice.
And just really play up that aspect of Wario, because I also think that's an aspect that a lot of fans think has been lost with Wario.
Yeah.
As WarioWare has come along and as Wario has become more of a Mario character again.
A bit more sanitized.
Yeah. That's probably the way to put it. He doesn't feel as gross. We've lost the Wario.
It's gross.
We've lost the Wario that's eating his own poop. Yeah. That's the Wario we need back.
We miss that guy.
Wait, hang on. Did you say eats his own poop?
So as we go ahead,
is that don't remember that. John, any questions for Josh's pitch?
Okay, yeah.
Please don't ask.
So
about
you're not including the WarioWare series much outside of little nods. Are we including anything from the broader Mario series, namely Waluigi? Is he here?
That's going to be my question. Yep.
I think it would be fun to have some good old references to Waluigi but I don't think it would be in the spirit of Waluigi to have him get anything good.
Oh no! just constant dumping on Waluigi.
So maybe we see him like. You know, like how when they did the year of Luigi and you had to find the 8-bit Luigis and they were sometimes around corners or hidden. It'll be something like that where like you might see Waluigi in the background as he's like trying to join in on the action.
You might look at a puddle in the ground
Wario runs past him. Yeah.
It'd be great.
Like Wario just runs past him.
It'd be amazing if he was waving and there was like a lever to just drop him into a pit and then you just never see him again. Just like, bye, carry on.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing. Like you press a button to open a door and it opens a trapdoor behind the background that Waluigi falls down.
So good.
And then you don't see him again for like another 2 levels.
Yeah.
He's
just
getting bullied throughout the whole game.
I definitely love it being super cartoony. Are we kind of like because I think you can maybe argue that Wario Land 4 kind of steps away from the sort of more Metroidvania aspect that Wario Land 3 has. It's like a bit more linear. So are we sort of heading more in that direction? Because obviously Metroidvania is very popular right now. So are we leaning sort of back more into that, or are we sticking with Wario Land 4 in that respect of making it a slightly more linear experience?
We're not doing Metroidvanias. I think we'll let people pick what stage they want to do next, but it will otherwise be a linear-driven game.
Okay.
Like it'll be level-based. There'll be a world map that you can go to. There'll be a shop that you can enter, and you can buy if stuff's really difficult. You can buy like things to make the time go slower at the end.
Nice.
Or because there'll be time based stuff. You can buy more. I don't want to say. I'm trying to think because I don't want him. There shouldn't be any health, but we do need to have for boss fights and stuff like that. Maybe something that, like in Wario Land 4, I think you can buy items that damage the boss before you enter to make the boss fight easier for you. So we'll bring back stuff like that. Right. We'll bring back some helpful items to make it easier for players where it might be too fast for them.
Cool.
Like you got to think of everyone, right? So we'll have a shop on the world map. We're gonna bring Princess Shokoro back, and she's gonna man that shop.
Yay!
So that we can get her in.
Yeah. Okay. Does she look like Wario, or does she look like a normal self?
No, we're going to her a default one, but we're really going to play up the fact that she is dead. So she's a ghost.
Okay.
We're gonna go real ghost on it. We're
going to
really play up that angle. Well, she is, right? The twist at the end of Wario Land 4 is that she was the princess of that ancient kingdom that Wario just ransacked, basically. The tomb.
Oh my god. Yeah,
so when she kisses Wario and then she floats off into heaven.
Yeah.
We're going to drag her back down from heaven.
I knew I should have replayed all of these properly before we did this. Yeah, there's so much detail that's gone up my brain from the series.
It'll also make her more distinct from Peach. Because she does look
because she's dead. Like yes, I mean that's a pretty distinct difference, to be honest.
Like we'll play it up. We'll have her like the little ghost balls or whatever they do in the whenever they depict ghosts, and she'll float about and stuff like that. Aww. And she can still turn into Mr. Game & Watch, and she can still turn into the Black Cat.
Yay!
That she can do in Wario Land 4.
Yes.
So we're not on the GBA anymore. We've got the full power of large storage capacity. Mm-hmm. Is Kevin, the voice actor of Wario, is he going to have a plethora of lines, or is he just going to be laughing all over the shop?
No, I think we'll give him lines. We'll give him lines. WarioWare has already dipped into the fully voiced dialogue. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think we can get away with doing stuff like that. But it's not going to be like full-on cutscenes where he's talking. I think
talks over the entire level.
Yeah. We're not Bubsying this stuff. Okay?
Could you just have him reading War and Peace throughout the entirety of the game? Just as you're going through, he's just constantly reading this book. What do you think?
I think we need more lines than just like, oh boy, hurry up, and him laughing.
I mean, we need those lines too, right? We're gonna.
Yeah, we do, of course. Yeah, of course, absolutely.
All right, so like we talked about, they often have multiple endings. So I want to know a little bit more about the plot with Captain Syrup, and I mean, is Rudy the Clown the antagonist of the game?
As much as I really want Rudy to be the antagonist of the game, really bring him back, I think we'll save him for Wario Land 6. I think we've already got Captain Syrup coming back.
Smart.
We got to keep the fan favorites and just sprinkle them out over time. Mm-hmm. So I think we will just have some like big evil curse monster,
floaty hand
that comes out at the end.
Floaty hand
curse monster that's like giving off the vibe that it's killed thousands, and Wario's just like.
Nice.
Punches it in the face.
Okay, and then what's the interactions like with Captain Syrup though? Then is she like a recurring boss, or is she somebody you sort of like bump into? What how are you an integral part of the series? So how are you? What way are you bringing her back?
I think she will definitely be a boss. Mm-hmm. Probably, in fact, fight her multiple times. I think a recurring boss is right. Each time she has a different machine.
Nice.
Like, almost like Eggman, because she's kind of already got that already. You never really fight her in any of the games. You fight her crew or some sort of machine or genie or whatever.
Quite like that,
So we'll keep that up as a recurring boss. But like, you'll run into her at the end of the first level where she gets the treasure before Wario, and then you'll occasionally see her. Some levels the gimmick might be that she's like trying to get in Wario's way.
Nice.
By doing stuff to change the level layout or something. Like, imagine like the flip switch galaxy in Mario Galaxy where the platforms change and stuff. But that's her doing it.
Oh, yeah. Again, little levers in the background. I really like the idea of it being really cartoony. John, any more questions for Josh on this pitch? It's a delightful pitch.
I can't think of that many more things to ask.
Oh, actually, wouldn't it be Wario Land 6 technically? Because Wario Land Shake It.
Are we decanonizing Shake It?
The kids love numbers. Okay,
true.
So
they're still a number.
They're gonna ask. Like, you show a kid, all right, look, here's Wario Land 4, here's Wario Land 6. They're going to go, but what about Wario Land 5? And you'll be like, it's this one. And they're like, but that's not a number. That's not a number.
He doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, shake it 6.
Yes, it does. It should.
I learnt this in maths.
Who are these kids? they sound terrible. I don't want to play this game. And who's developing it for you, Josh?
We're going to bring it. So I want to say we're going to bring it back in house. We're going to bring it back. Gonna get Nintendo internally to do it, because I think part of this, similar to Donkey Kong, we want to be, it's like a refresh of the Wario series. Yeah. We're gonna make it, tweak the design a little bit to make it a bit more like the original with the lazy eye and stuff like that, and really just like make it distinct enough from the main Wario, from the Mario series. The bit more sanitized Wario, we want that Wario, and then the Wario Land style Wario.
Nice.
So it's really clear which one.
Yeah.
So in order to refresh that, I think we're going to do it in house.
Nice. I mean, yeah, Mario's got, like Paper Mario is a completely different beast from Mario, right? But
exactly.
He's still Mario, but he's not Mario. Fine. I absolutely sounds fantastic. Josh, any final question? John, any final questions for Josh?
Solid. It's a solid pitch.
Bring it
Wario's
back.
Perfect. He makes any game good.
Yeah. Bring it back, you cowards. Okay, well, if there's no more questions, then John, you are now the president of Nintendo, but we are still the board, and we still demand that you bring back the Wario Land series. So please tell us, how do you plan to do it?
Do you remember that episode of Doctor Who where the Master turns everyone else into the Master? And he goes, "You're all me now," and they all have his face.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Yes.
Wario's done that to everybody. Everyone in the world is Wario. And he's done it to the residents of New Donk City as well. And all these humans just have a little Wario moustache and a Wario face. And it's up to them to save the world. So these New Donkers, they don't want to be Wario anymore, but they're plagued with Wario's personality. So you're playing as these Unreal Engine 5 humans in a Wario Land style. They've been made in the Unreal Engine 5 level editor, the character editor.
Right. Yep.
So they just look like actual human beings, but with a bit of a Wario flair to their face.
Oof, okay.
And they think they are Wario, but they have faint memories of who they used to be. So they want to make their way across the world, across the Wario Land, if you will, to make it back and save the world from all being Wario. And the final boss is Wario, who doesn't want this to happen. He wants everyone to be Wario, to be him forever. So this is a platformer more in the style of the first Wario Lands. We're taking things back a little bit. We're reverting back to more of a Mario kind of style, because this game has multiplayer. What?
Ooh.
So basically, you can bring all these humans with you, up to 4 of them, and the game title is going to be New Wario Land. And instead of the music going ba ba, it's going to go wah wah wah.
Very nice.
And you'll be platforming through these stages. You got very different power ups to Mario. You've got the dragon. He's back. The eagle. Oh, it's back too. Oh, what? And you've got new power ups, like you've got sludge. Oh, waiting to hear about sludge.
Tell me more, please.
More about sludge.
Ooh, can't wait to try it. What does sludge do, John? You haven't thought this through, John. What does sludge do? Come on, I demand answers.
Yeah, okay. So there's going to be some grates in the ground every now and then.
Okay, I already like it. Say no more. Yeah. I like it. It gets you through the grates. Perfect. It's a perfect power up.
Yeah. So it's both a power up and a power down, because it doesn't really give you any ability, but if you hang on to it, you're going to be able to go through these different shortcuts.
Nice.
And we are going to go through these platforming obstacle courses, making our way through. These Warriors aren't immune to death. They can take hits and lose their power ups. And once you get the end of the level, you've got to race back to the start. And if you're playing in multiplayer, there's 2 different ways you can win. The first way is to get the most treasure per level. So when you hit the end of the flagpole at the end, if you've got all the treasure, you get 1 crown. And if you race back to the end and you're the first person to finish that race, you get a second crown. Maybe it's on top of the other one. And you get to keep that crown throughout the entirety of your gameplay. So you'll be at the end of the game, you might have like 20 crowns on your head.
Nice.
And it's going to be wobbly as hell, especially with sludge.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, hilariously, so this is New Wario Land, which is more like old Wario Land, but that's fine. Well, no, already, so we're talking about you battle your way through, you find Wario, you sort of beat Wario to undo this curse on everybody. But a core feature, even all the way back to original Wario Land, is multiple endings. So how? Because this. What's the effect? Do the crowns affect the ending? Is there sort of treasure thing? Does the multiplayer aspect affect the ending? What's going to work in that respect?
Well, we want this to be something you can play on your own. We want to force multiplayer. Gamers get very angry if a game's themed around multiplayer and they play it on their own. So we're not doing that. But we are going to be having two things, speed and treasure, much like the multiplayer requirements. And if you're able to beat the game really fast, there's going to be one ending. If you beat it with lots of treasure, there's another ending. If you do both, if you're somehow a treasure fiend and a speed fiend, there's another ending.
Best
but
ending.
Have I told you about the secret fourth ending?
Oh, the poverty ending. The slow poverty ending. just a guess.
No, so the secret fourth ending where everyone remains Wario. Wario wins.
Nice.
And this
best ending.
This requirement is not. You don't get it by losing to Wario. No, that just gets your regular game over. Are you kidding? No way.
Right.
This is by making an alliance with Wario. So right at the end, you can decide to fight him, or you can put your controller down, and Wario is going to sense through the motion controls in your controller that you are no longer holding your controller, and he goes, "Wah!" And then you shake hands, and everyone just gets to stay as they are.
That's going to really upset a kid who puts his controller down and then leaves the room.
Timmy,
and
dinner.
Says,
okay,
Mum,
coming.
No,
I don't want to be Wario forever.
Oh God. Oh, poor Timmy. Go on, Josh. What are you going to ask?
So these are Unreal Engine 5 people with Wario.
Very,
faces,
terrifically human looking. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, incredible. I love it. What about the environments? Are they? How are they? Like, I'm trying to picture it in my head, but all I've got is this very, very distinct contrast of realistic-looking human in a Wario or Mario style. Everything else.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Is that what we're going for?
I think we're going for somewhat grungy-looking Mario levels. Yeah. So we're still gonna have like blue skies and things, but maybe the question mark boxes are just very worn. Maybe the
He's
tiles.
got the little eye boxes, isn't he? That's what I always think about in Wario Land, like the boxes with the eyes on. Yeah,
just things. They're off kilter. Yeah, but you're very human-looking people in very fantastical-looking worlds. Yeah.
So is it a different person per level? Like how many people? Because if everyone,
it's a whole population. There's like 8 billion Warios.
So you are the same guy you're playing in single player, but multiplayer has a bunch of guys. Yeah.
Right.
And they all have the same face.
Brilliant.
Can you decide which guy you want?
You can. Like in Mario Wonder, there's like a level select screen, and you're just gonna have a bunch of humans with like Wario features.
But is there any difference to picking any of these humans?
No.
Brilliant. No. Just
they all play like Wario.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, the odd little bash. They can. At the end, when you're racing back, they get little hot dog shoes. So you have to slip and slide.
So we're bringing. So hold on a second then. So we're going back to Wario Land 1 style, but we're bringing back the running back thing of Wario Land 4.
Exactly. Yes, it's not a very puzzle focused game. It's not slow Wario like Wario Land 4 can be. Yeah, very traditional platformer. But you're racing back. Things are blowing up and falling apart on the race back. Only the strong will survive.
So you can die then.
You can die then. You can die anytime.
You can die in this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So you're not immortal like Wario. So we're not doing things where the player gets hurt to advance.
Because you're not Wario. You're just a human.
I see. No realistic broken arms.
No.
So, because this is a
If you get hit, like
because you're a real human as well. Like, if your character dies, are there any like repercussions? Do you have to like sort of go to their funeral or like console
the whole
their
service? You'll sit through it all.
Yeah. Nice.
You just play as a different guy after that.
Just forever on the top corner of your screen, like, oh, yeah, he murdered this person.
I think it should be like Zombie U. Remember Zombie U?
Yes.
If you die and you survivor, like, has to go and find your, all your power ups and things.
Corpse around these delightful, charming worlds.
If you die, you're a new guy. Yeah, why not?
Excellent.
So how did Wario everyone?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
He says,
How did Wario?
I wish everybody was me.
There are a lot of genies. There's a lot of genies in that world. I think that's perfectly feasible.
I think he just built. He's just a really smart man now, and he built a big machine. And he goes,
with this machine, everybody will be Wario.
I love that. When John said that, my brain thought, that's less credible for Wario than a genie. As if the genie option is the only one that could be the true one.
I don't know, man. It's in Wario Master of Disguise, he made a device that lets him travel into TV.
But that's not Wario Land, Josh. This is
fair.
Not canon.
It's still a Wario. Okay, fair. I can accept that game not being canon.
we could say that maybe some of his WarioWare friends built it, but no. They're not in here. They're nowhere to be seen.
They're not in here. No.
What about Waluigi? Now, is Waluigi been turned into Wario? Or is he not afflicted by the curse?
Big time. He's big time being turned into Wario.
Does he have a mustache over his mustache?
That'd be so good. Or just Wario's enormous head on his body. Be like, you remember in Shrek when they go to Duloc and you've got that person with the huge head who's like at the entrance with the really thin body? Yeah. Is that basically what Waluigi's going to be like?
Yeah. But Waluigi's not really going to be in the game much. Basically, in the opening cutscene, when you see the whole world getting turned into Wario, you'll get like little cuts of Waluigi, you get Bowser, you get Mario, you get Peach. They've all been afflicted.
Oh God, I don't want to see Peach with a big Wario head.
You're going to.
Bowser. Bowser, I might get nightmares. It sounds
you get Bowser's wife. She's also been turned into Wario.
What's Bowser's wife called?
The Wario version, or just her name in general?
Just her name. Do their names change when they've been Wario?
Like a Wa at the beginning, maybe.
Yeah. Wa John, Wa Josh, Wa George. Excellent. Yes, go on. Bowser's wife's name, please.
Elliot.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Bowser and Elliot. Sure. Yeah. Why not? Why not?
I guess Elliot in this case.
Yeah. It's not really like Mrs. Bowser, is it? She's her own person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say Bowser's his first name. It'd be weird to Bowser.
Too right, you damn feminist. Too right. Who's developing this game for you, John?
Forever Entertainment.
Okay.
Oh no.
we think that they
second
got what
question.
It takes for a Wario.
Why?
Okay. This sounds like I love that we've gone full circle from like a return to the original Wario Land to just an absolute radical departure of anything associated with Wario Land. But no, all good. Forever Entertainment. I'm on board. Any more questions for John and Josh about this game?
Yeah, actually, So Wario's the main villain.
Yeah.
But who are the regular enemies?
Oh,
they've also been turned into Wario. So
they've also been turned into Wario.
So we're gonna. I think.
How do you know what to attack?
To commercialize
if
it a little bit
everything's
more,
Wario.
We want it to resemble Mario a bit more, just so the kids will go, I know that. You know, if we got all these Wario enemies, they're going to say, I don't know that. So we're going to have, like, Goombas with, a big Wario nose and moustache. We're going to have Bullet Bills who go, wah.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like that. This sounds very much... Oh, my God, a Koopa Trooper with a little Wario head is actually very cool.
And a big old butt, yeah.
And
yeah,
sign me up.
All of Wario's classic parts. Like, how is it that the humans are able to retain some semblance of not Wario,
it's just
so
the
they
way
can
it
rebel
is,
against Wario, whereas everyone, all the enemies are now
this is a
fully
muddled
loyal
mess.
To Wario.
I think it's clear as day, actually. So Wario flips a switch when turning the machine on. Wah! And it's the animalizer, which makes animals more perceptible to the Wario machine. Humans only partially.
How many machines? How long has he been planning this for?
Are humans not animals?
Yeah, they are. But Wario doesn't see it that way. He's prejudiced.
I see. He's unscientific. This big robot machine.
Okay, my last question. Captain Syrup, any sign, or is she Wario-fied as well?
She's Wario-fied too. She's Wario-fied too. But you save her midway through the game.
Oh, twist. Okay.
Yeah.
And does anything happen when you save her, or you just happen to save her?
Oh, she just zooms off.
She's just really grateful.
No, she
goes, bye.
Just leaves. Here's my cameo.
See you another 10 years.
What a pointless... 17 years. What a pointless way to bring up that. All right, Josh, any final questions?
There are none.
Just trying to...
It's bulletproof.
Yeah, it's pretty solid idea, yeah. Pretty...
All right, well, there we have it. Two very different pictures. I'm going to throw in a third one super quickly because we're low on time. Now, I had two ideas. One was to do basically Wario Land Wonder, which was get the Wonder team and get them to make something even weirder with Wario Land, with like garlic flowers being the things that turn things mad. I think that would be great. And then my other plan was like, I was going to basically say, well, nobody's played the Virtual Boy one, but now they're bringing it back. So I wanted to do, but I'm still going to do my idea anyway. So I want to do Wario All-Stars, which is a collection of all the games, but a proper All-Stars game. Not the 3D Mario game. No. We want the true All-Stars experience that we got on the SNES. So I want all five of the Wario Land games. I want them to have updated visuals so they all look incredible. I want them to be a bit more accessible. You know, sometimes finding where to go in Wario Land 3 or what treasures you've got on a level is a bit irritating. Give it the sort of nice modern touches. Make it accessible to modern audiences. For God's sake, pull the screen out so you can see more of what's happening when you're on the screen. But I wanted to have just something a little extra as well. I wanted to have little things that link the game. So actually, I think Wario Land has a kind of consistent through-line story somewhere in there. So I had an idea of you get stories between each title, which you unlock by finishing a title, but you play as Waluigi, and it's actually Waluigi who is behind all of the things that Wario is doing. He's steering him through
this time.
Some sort of like machinations, or being just a helpful brother that Wario just completely ignores. And you know, he's you maybe you revisit some of the levels, or like you set out before he gets there, and it is that kind of Luigi. Oh God, what was when we had the year of Luigi? What game was it? It was New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
New Super Luigi U.
Yeah, New Super. Oh, that's the New Mario Brothers. Yeah, New Super Luigi U. So it is like that style, and that you've got familiar levels, but they're all a bit different, and you've got to like tackle them really quickly. And his jump is like, maybe his jump isn't like Luigi's floaty one. Maybe it's like a sort of horrible, like bends right down and springs up like a rocket to go really high, and just definitely leaning into the cartoon thing Josh was talking about. Maybe having cutscenes that link as well, because I've not played it, but I do love the cutscenes in this Shake Dimension. I think they look amazing. So yeah, just make it a sort of, just give everybody access to all the games in a modern way, because I think they're distinct enough to hold up and do that, and tell a story that links them through, so that you can release Wario Land 6 with a lovely little story later on down the line. That's it. That's my pitch. Very simple. I've got time for one question from each board member.
All right, so when we come down to the visual style, is it all cohesive? Because when it comes to Mario All-Stars, they're obviously taking the original art styles of each game and remaking them for SNES. Is this all one big broad art style, or are they still going to maintain their visual identity? And if
That's a good question.
What are you doing with the Virtual Boy one?
Ooh, I had thought about this. You are going to be able to toggle on and off the art style, so you can have maybe still updated. So like the Virtual Boy one will still. Oh, maybe the Virtual Boy one is red and black, but just like really updated, super cool. We've talked about Mad World before, just being like two-tone. Yeah. So maybe it is just you know what, this game was red and black. Let's make it look really good, but make it look red and black. Oh, that's a good question, John. I hadn't thought about it. I think there's 3 toggles, so you can have true original, so you can just play through the original game, the original experience. You can have unified art style, which is playing it all through in like the most up-to-date, beautiful art style imaginable. or you can have the modern retro art style, which is like a modern take on what they used to look like. We're gonna please all the fans because we've got all the money, so don't worry about it. Yes, that is the most vague answer I could give. I'm going to do all of them. Is the answer that I'm giving to you. Not satisfying. I don't care. It's what I want. Josh, any questions from yourself?
We're not including Wario Land Shake It in this.
Yeah, we are.
It's just we are including Shake It as well in this.
Yeah, it's a Wario Land game.
So is Shake It also getting a visual overhaul then?
Yeah, because don't get me wrong, it's still a very pretty looking game, and the cutscenes still look incredible because obviously they were proper animated cutscenes. But yeah, I want to. That's what I believe a true All Stars game should be. It should be making it look the most up to date modern thing you can. He'd probably have a little 3D model in his little 2D worlds and just look really top notch in those games.
Mm-hmm. Will it tease a sequel at the end? Will it tease a little Wario Land 6 if you finish it all? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Him and Captain Syrup's pregnant with his baby, and it's all about their family. And you've got little baby.
Damn, that's very different from how that Shake It ends.
You don't see the baby being made. Why do you think it's called Shake It? No. I hadn't thought that through.
What you hadn't thought it through, but the first thing you think is, what if they got pregnant?
What if baby?
Yeah, that makes sense, mate.
What if baby Wario?
Oh, God. I don't know. It would definitely tease a new game, and I think it would either be. I would like to see them. Do you know what? I would love to see him team up with Captain Syrup and a Wario Land game where you can swap out between them. I think that would be cool. So something that teams them up. Maybe to defeat Rudy the Clown Sanity. Once and for all. Hey?
Yes, Rudy. I was going to say Crash Twin Sanity.
Yeah. I never played
Crash
it.
Bandicoot and Cortex.
Sure.
My question, I guess, with the Waluigi sections is Wario Land 3 is such a departure. How does that work in the Waluigi?
Yeah, I don't know, bite-sized Waluigi.
How do you even? Yeah. How do you even do what Wario Land 3 fast?
That is a good question. You're just taking sections of the level, right? So because it's not like a full-on game, it's kind of like a delightful side track to the main event. So just sort of revisiting things, and maybe it's just literally. Because if you think about some of those levels, they are quite short. Some of them are sort of 2 or 3 minutes. So you can sort of reshape them slightly. Maybe Waluigi's the one who kind of sets them up in the way that they are. You've got the night-day puzzles. Maybe he's the one who's arranging the blocks or something. I don't know. Is the answer. But there's short bursts and kind of short side experiences to the main event. So they're not, massive departures, but it'll be a taste of the game and a twist on the game somehow. Just something fun and surprising. So for people that have played it all before, give them something new with a different character to enjoy. Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it. 3. Oh, and it's developed by Mercury Steam because they're good at remakes and Metroidvanias.
Sure,
so I picked them.
Sure.
There you have it. 3 ways to bring back the Wario Land series. But do you like Josh's Wario Land 5? A return to his treasure hunting ways, Captain Syrup and Wario battle their way through a new world, hunting down treasure. A rubber hose aesthetic, leaning into the gross nature of Wario, and with Rudy the Clown returning, this game emphasises speed and is developed in-house by Nintendo. Or do you like John's new Wario Land? A return to the old style of Wario Land games. Wario's turned everyone into him, and you need to save the world as a horde of Unreal Engine Warios, battling through a platformer similar to earlier Wario Land and returning the titular character to his villainous roots. But this is developed by Forever Entertainment. Or do you like my Wario All-Stars? A collection of all the titles with better visuals, cutscenes, and accessibility, plus new little side levels featuring his brother, and this time developed by Mercury Steam. Or do you have a better idea yourself? Let us know in the comments below. While you're there, please do like and subscribe. It will help us to grow. You can find us all over on BlueSky and join our Patreon where we post bloopers and also host live recordings, which we'll have next week. We'll be recording. So there won't be time to vote. We'll know what we're going to have next week. So we'll talk about that next week. But in the meantime, John, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Josh, thank you. Thank you for being with us today.
Yes. A quick PSA for anyone who is still concerned about this. If you have yet to master the art of pooping, then just ask Wario from Wario Land 4 Part 3 on Google. First answer will be Wario explaining to you how to poop in the best way possible.
What is happening to the end of
Just plant your legs and squeeze one out. But I won't spoil the rest. Go look it up yourself.
Thank you very much for listening to our family-friendly podcast. But for now, that's game over. Goodbye.
Bye.